Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking through some NBA player props I like on Prizepicks for tonight's slate on Thursday, December the 22nd. This is our first slate back from the All-Star break. We had about a week off of no NBA. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the break. But we're back, man. Back to talk through some props I like for this big Thursday slate. I think we got 12 games tonight. So there's going to be a lot of props I like, a lot of props to choose from. I'm recording this video on Wednesday afternoon. And already, as of Wednesday afternoon, there's a ton of props on the board. You can see all that's available. I think they have every game posted already. The only props that we're waiting for are like, fantasy score and stuff like that. Obviously, I'll take a look at those on Thursday when they get posted. I'll, as always, we'll share more props over on Patreon. But wanted to give you guys some early props I did like for this Thursday slate. Got 3 picks that we're going to talk about in this video. So before we talk through these 3 plays, as always, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, if they do help you out, make sure you hit that like button down below, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, you can sign up, linked down below in the description, or just use that promo code NOAH when you sign up for Prizepicks, and you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. Also want to shout out Sleeper. We do have a partnership with Sleeper as well. If you guys don't have an account over on Sleeper, you can sign up for Sleeper, make a deposit over there, use promo code NOAH, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $500. Now, if you don't know what Sleeper is, they are a DFS pick'em app similar to Prizepicks, and they're similar to a lot of the other pick'em apps you see around the industry. You're picking over or under on player projections. You're building an entry. You can build up to an 8-pick entry on Sleeper. You can win up to 100x your money. And Sleeper does offer a lot of the major sports: NBA, NFL, NHL, college football, college basketball, MLB, like all those major sports markets are available on Sleeper. You can mix and match sports. You can do multi-sport entries. It's a lot of fun. If you guys want to check them out, again, sign up, use that code NOAH, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $500 over on Sleeper. But yeah, guys, let's talk through this slate for Thursday. Again, hope you guys all enjoyed the All-Star break. Hopefully, you guys weren't betting on too much stuff that you didn't know much about. I know that there was a lot of people in my Discord, talking about like college stuff and tennis and all this other stuff. Me personally, I really didn't do much betting during the All-Star break. I just tried to enjoy the time off, just get my mind right and ready for the second half of the NBA season, and hopefully let's have a good finish to the season. So let's talk through the 3 picks that I like for Thursday's NBA slate. First prop that we're going to take a look at is going to be a points plus rebounds prop. We're going to look at Isaiah Hartenstein, 17.5 points plus rebounds. And I like the over here for Hartenstein, so more than 17.5 points plus rebounds. Now, if you look at Hartenstein's recent games, for what it's worth, he has gone over this line now in 4 out of his last 5 games. And last game, when he went under against Dallas, he did get injured in that game. He only played the first half. He played 15 minutes, got injured, did not play at all in the second half. He still had 14 points plus rebounds in the first half alone last game. Prior to that, though, he had gone over this line in 4 straight. Hartenstein is expected to play today. I think he has been out for he was out for the last 3 games, I want to say, prior to the All-Star break. But with the week off, he was able to, I'm assuming, rest, get ready to, return to action. And at least as of now, I have not seen any report on Isaiah Hartenstein being on a minutes limit. Maybe that news comes out later in the day. Obviously, I would, not want to see that since we're taking an over on Hartenstein. But I'm assuming, especially since, we're coming off a break where he had time to rest, I'm assuming Hartenstein plays full minutes here. And before he got injured, he was playing really big minutes on a nightly basis. So, he was playing limited minutes when he returned from injury back in late January. But then prior to that, after he played limited minutes in 2 games, he then got up to 29 minutes, 35.5 minutes, 33 minutes, and 35 minutes. So he was playing like 34, 35 minutes a night before he got injured. Does he come back and play 35 minutes right out of the gate? I don't know. But I think we do get at least like high 20s minutes, 28, 30 minutes from Hartenstein here. And if we're going to get 28 to 30 minutes from Hartenstein in this matchup against the Sixers, who don't have Joel Embiid right now, I like this spot a lot for Isaiah Hartenstein. The Sixers have been really bad defensively lately without Joel Embiid. If you look at their defensive rating over their last 8 games without Joel Embiid, the Sixers have the 4th worst defensive rating in the league without Embiid. So they've been giving up, a ton of points. Defensively, they've just been a mess. They've been a good matchup for centers as well. We've seen a lot of centers have success against the Sixers as of late, going up against Paul Reed and Mo Bamba. Neither one of those guys are great defenders. And while Isaiah Hartenstein is not a offensive skilled big man, like he's not a guy that has much of an offensive game, he is an excellent rebounder. He's one of the better rebounders in the league. And this season, he is second on the team in rebound chances per game. But you have to think, he was playing a lot of his minutes off the bench this season. If you look just over their last 10 games, since he's obviously been in the starting lineup, he's averaged nearly 18 rebound chances per game over their last 10 games. And you got to think, over that stretch, there were some games where he was playing limited minutes. He's only averaged 26 minutes per game over their last 10. He's still leading the team in rebound chances, even only playing 26 minutes over their last 10 games. If we get 30 minutes from Hartenstein here, he's got a good shot at double-digit rebounds. I think in this matchup against the Sixers, a team that's been giving up points to centers, we can maybe see him get double-digit points as well. Obviously, on Prizepicks, you can't bet double-double props, but honestly, if I was on a sports book, I think I'd look at taking Isaiah Hartenstein to have a double-double here. I like this matchup a lot for him. I think the minutes should be there. Coming off the All-Star break, he did practice on Tuesday and Wednesday. He was able to practice, so I feel good about this play. The minutes, if they're there, I think we got a pretty good chance to hit this over on Hartenstein. And for what it's worth this season, in the 24 games that Hartenstein has started, he has gone over this points plus rebounds prop in 15 out of 24 games he has started this season. And if you look at some of the games where he went under, a lot of the games where he went under, he was playing, he played lesser minutes. So one of the games he went under, he played 15 minutes. That was against Dallas, last game when he got injured. Against Charlotte, he played just 16 minutes. Against Miami, 16 minutes. 25 against Orlando, 23 against Toronto. So of the 9 games this season where Hartenstein has started and gone under this line, 5 of the 9 games where he went under, he played 25 minutes or less. In 5 out of the 9 games he went under. So unless Hartenstein just comes out and plays like 25 minutes out of nowhere, I think we got a pretty good chance to hit this over, especially if the minutes are there, which again, coming off a break with time to rest, I like our chances of getting full minutes from Hartenstein here. We know the Knicks, they're a team that's going to run a tight rotation. They typically, he'll typically play his guys really big minutes, which before the All-Star break, he was doing that with Hartenstein. So that's the first play I like for tonight, guys. Next play I like, we're going to be looking at a rebound prop. And we're going to take a look at Walker Kessler, 7.5 rebounds. I like the over here for Kessler. So Walker Kessler, over his last 5 games, for what it's worth, he's gone over this line in 3 out of 5. He has gone under in his last 2 games. But, this is a really, really good spot for Kessler going up against Charlotte. This is a really good matchup for him. Much better matchup than what he has had, against Golden State, against the Lakers. Those are not the easiest matchups for Kessler. This is probably one of the best matchups you can get so far this season. If you look at what the Hornets have been giving up to centers in terms of rebounds, they're giving up the second most rebounds per game to the center position. So the matchup is excellent here for Kessler. Kessler is back in the starting lineup. He has started the last 4 games for the Jazz, and it looks like he's going to start moving forward. I don't see any reason why they would change up the starting lineup. Maybe they come out of the All-Star break with a different starting lineup, but given that Kessler was starting before they went into the break, makes me assume he's going to be starting coming out of the break. And Kessler has been a really good rebounder this season when he's been able to get minutes. The minutes have been volatile for him, but now that he is back in the starting lineup, I do feel fairly confident that the minutes will be there. If you look at what he's played the last 4 games as a starter, 27, 26, 28, and 25 minutes. So he's played at least 25 minutes in 4 straight games that he has started. And if you look at when he's gone over this line in games where he's played at least 25 minutes, 17 out of 23 games this season where he has played at least 25 minutes, he's had 8 rebounds or more. So 17 out of 23 games this season playing at least 25 minutes. Kessler's been able to get 8 rebounds. The rebounding matchup, again, is great here against Charlotte, one of the worst rebounding teams in the league, giving up the second most rebounds per game to centers. Kessler this season, he's leading the team in rebound chances per game, averaging just over 14 rebound chances per game. He's been a great rebounder really ever since he's come into the league. One of the, I would say probably best rebounders on this team. The minutes, though, just can be volatile at times, which is a little bit worrisome. But like I said, before the All-Star break, Kessler was starting. He was playing about 25 to 28 minutes a night. If we get 25, 28 minutes here for Kessler in this excellent matchup, I like his chances of getting 8 rebounds. And DK Sportsbook, they do have this prop pretty heavily favored to go over right now. DK Sportsbook has Kessler minus 130, favored to go over 7.5 rebounds. Also, that the Isaiah Hartenstein play is minus 125 on DK Sportsbook, favored to go over. So DK Sportsbook has the over favored on both these two props, the Hartenstein over PR and Kessler over rebounds. So those are the first two plays I like for tonight. And then third and final play that we're going to take a look at, going to be a Tre Jones prop. And we're going to look at his PRA 19.5. Also like the over here. So more than 19.5 PRA for Tre Jones. So let's talk through why I kind of like this play as well. So Tre Jones, if you look at his recent games lately, doesn't look great. Obviously, he's only gone over this in 2 out of his last 5 games. However, you have to look a little bit more into it. So the game against Dallas was a blowout. Tre Jones only played 20 minutes in that game. The game against Brooklyn, he played 28 minutes, and then the game against Orlando, where he went under, only played 23 minutes. Typically, when Tre Jones is starting, we can expect him to play around 30 minutes. You know, the last few games prior to the All-Star break, his minutes were kind of down. Only played 20 against Dallas, 28 against Toronto. But look at the scores to these games. The game against Dallas, they lost by 23. The game against Toronto, they won by 23. The game against Brooklyn, they lost by 20. The game against Orlando, they lost by 16. The Spurs have not been involved in a ton of competitive games lately. But if you look at the games that were competitive, so the game against New Orleans, it doesn't show on the last 5. But there was a game against New Orleans, it was a 1-point game. Tre Jones played 35 minutes. There was a game against Orlando. There was a 10-point game. Tre Jones played 35 minutes. Against Washington, a 5-point game. Tre Jones played 32 minutes. So he's going to play probably 30-plus minutes if the game is competitive. Now, this game against Sacramento does have somewhat of a big spread. I think right now the Kings are favored by 11.5. So blowout is a little bit of a concern here, but I think this line kind of already factors that in. You know, if you look at what Tre Jones has done this season as a starter, he's gone over this points plus rebounds plus assist line in 13 out of the 21 games he has started this season. And most of the games where he went under were because of blowout. Like if you look at the games where he went under, he played 35, 30. So he did play big minutes in 2 games, but then 27, 23, 24, 22, 20, and 28. So of the six of the 8 games that Tre Jones has started where he's gone under this line, he's played 28 minutes or less in all those games. There's only been 2 games this season where Tre Jones has played over 30 minutes and he has not gotten 20 PRA. So, maybe this game's a massive blowout and Tre Jones only plays like 26, 27 minutes. But if this game's competitive and we get like 32, 34 minutes from Tre Jones, I feel pretty good about him getting 20 PRA, especially in what is a pretty good matchup. I mean, the Kings defensively this season have not been great. The Kings do play fast. Both these teams like to push the pace. Both the Spurs and the Kings like to play fast. So I think this game has a lot of potential to be high scoring. Does it wind up being competitive? Well, that's to be determined, I guess. I haven't looked at if there's a first half line for Tre Jones. Let's take a look at if there is one. So they do have a first half line up for him at 10. I guess if you're really worried about a blowout, you can maybe take over 10 first half PRA. I'm just going to play the full game line at 19.5. That's the one I like the most. But I could see playing that first half line, in the scenario where the game does wind up being a blowout. Maybe Tre Jones goes over 10 PRA in the first half, but then doesn't get 20 because he gets pulled early or something. I'm going to bank on San Antonio keeping this game just close enough to where Tre Jones gets like 30 minutes. And if he plays 30-plus minutes, I think we got a pretty good chance of getting 20 PRA this season, or 20 PRA in this game. And if you look at this season, when he's played at least 30 minutes in the games he has started, like I said, there's only been 1 game this season, 2 games actually. Yeah, there's only been 2 games this season where he's had less than 20 PRA play in 30-plus minutes. And both the games where he went under, he lost by the hook. He had 19 against Atlanta in 30 minutes. He had 19 against Orlando in 35 minutes. Every other game where he's played over 30 minutes, he's had 20 PRA or more. So that's what I like as our third and final play for tonight, guys, is Tre Jones, more than 19.5 PRA. So these are 3 props I'm liking for Thursday's slate. Again, a lot of games on Thursday. Feels good to be back from the All-Star break. I'm excited to be making content again. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. As always, I appreciate you watching these Prizepicks videos and supporting the content. Hit that like button down below if you did enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And again, if you guys don't have an account over on Prizepicks, use that promo code NOAH. When you sign up for Prizepicks, get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you sign up with my promo code. But good luck tonight, guys. Thanks as always for watching the video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.